Flowers in the Night. Pictorial Portraits by Edith Pons. Flowers in the Night. Collecting signs on the Via Pulchritudinis. Starting from the exhausted approach of the self-portrait in which I worked in my early years of profession, now I resume the portrait from the possibilities offered by the transfer and the projection of the self towards the other, and the elements that have influenced or affected me. It allows me to unfold my gaze in a process of self-knowledge or recognition of the reality in which I find myself now. With my artistic work, I seek to access an introspective look that reveals, not always in a rational way, aspects of my experience. In this series of portraits, I combine the use of colour, exaltation of pictorial quality, with pop images and caricatures of childhood of the kawaii culture, and I configure characters of nostalgic and immature psychology within a mysterious and somewhat dark space, a kind of chaotic image, which could be a portrait of my mental state in these moments, in where I find so many ideas. Like a portrait of the lunacy of the house, to name the imagination, attributed to St. Teresa of Jesus. A character disguised as a clown, like someone who thought she knew something and trusted in herself, when life showed her how wrong she was, and becomes a kind of buffoon who happens now can take her place among the imperfect with greater humility, but no less enthusiasm to continue discovering what she is looking for. The images are created from models found on the internet, digitally manipulated in Procreate, projecting on them images of pop and kawaii cartoons that filled my childhood with fantasy and a particular ideal of beauty, along with floral environments that evoke that nostalgia for a state of paradisiacal fullness. What is the search for happiness, and that we will never find in fullness in this valley of tears? It seems to me that from the question of middle age in which I find myself, I can already make a count of illusions and disappointments. That's why, within the darkness of life, chaos or confusion, I continue to meet the true meaning of things that, at the end, becomes a mysterious path but full of life and hope, where I will travel, as far as God will, collecting those signs of life and beauty of this process of reconstruction of my art, where I feel as if I were picking flowers in the night. Edith Pons, Mexico City, 1978, is a multidisciplinary artist specialized in painting, graduated from National School of Painting Sculpture and Engraving en Pegla Esmeralda. She has exhibited nationally and internationally since 1999. She also has expanded her creative experience into other areas such as assistant of galleries and museums, in art production for cinema and commercials, graphic and web design, advertising and fashion design. She has been a cultural promoter devising and directing projects in Mexico City with contemporary artists such as Land of Hope by Yoko Ono, Empathy by Barbara Kruger in 2016, and Human Being, Urban Being, with the work of Tracy Emin and Keith Haring in 2017. In this 2024, she returns to dedicate herself fully to her own artistic production, exploring the return of art to beauty, symbolism, and artistic mastery. Combining her passion for painting, portraiture, nature, fantasy, and mysticism with realistic touches in a pop expressionist figurative proposal,